Brooke's inside right now, killing Easter. She's totally killing it. To be fair, the weather's killing Easter. But see her, she's on the phone with the expert to confirm that Easter is changed forever.
Yeah.
You're killing Easter. Alright, so the plan was to go to Atlantis for Easter, which I'm a sucker for stuff like that. It's got not a lazy river, it has a rapid river. Like, I cut my foot open on it. That is not something you find in the States. Like, it's crazy, it's fun. A little bit of danger makes it a little bit more fun, right? But now we can't do it. I'm pretty sure. I'll go in and see, but I'm pretty sure she just is gonna nix that entire thing. So we're gonna have to figure out some new plan here really fast because the 48-hour cancellation window is closed an hour ago.
Yeah, I will. I'll tell him cheers for you. But we'll talk to you soon. Alright, thanks Bernie. Bye. Alright, so he taught me something interesting. He said, don't chart your course. He's like, I've done this a bunch. Put a point 20 miles south of Palm Beach Inlet and don't use your nav, which we never do, we just steer with auto. And he said, and then just go across and you'll end up 2 to 3 miles south Palm Beach Inlet every single time with the current. And he said, Monday looks like crap, you're absolutely right, do not go on Monday, you'll be miserable. He said it's Friday or Saturday. If you get in before 5 on Saturday, the winds will start picking up, but you're gonna be comfortable and tucked in before that front comes through. So he said, you're still a little early, you're a few days out. He's like, you really can't, he's like, you're really gonna have to figure this out tomorrow evening, which by then we need to make a decision on Atlantis, so.
I thought we had to make a decision like an hour ago.
We do. So we gotta decide like right now, pretty much. I don't know what to tell you. He thinks we're leaving. He's like, why don't you just go to Chub?
Well, that was my thought, is to go to Chub tomorrow morning.
That was his logic. He's like, go to Chub and then just leave from Chub. It shaves off some time on that crossing.
That's what I would do. Then I need to do something fun, go to Chub tomorrow. Because I don't care about going to Hybrid.
I don't know. You gotta have to call Chub. The weather. You're saying I'm ruining Easter. It's the weather. It's not me.
Just like this, we leave our trip to the Bahamas. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. You hear that boat behind me right there, the lifted anchor. That means we're late. The engines are running. I'm gonna start lifting the anchor right now. Due to weather, we had to hurry things up a little bit, and I was really excited to go to Atlantis actually. I think I was probably more excited than the kids. But we're gonna leave. A good trip across the Gulf Stream is more important than a trip to Atlantis, I guess.
But it's just annoying, and it's pretty windy. But we're cruising to Chub Key. Originally we're supposed to go to Atlantis, but we are a slave to Mother Nature and we need to cross the Gulf Stream, so we're at her mercy, and she's telling us that we have to cross on Saturday. So that messed up our plans to spend Easter Sunday at Atlantis for the kids to ride the water slides and all that. That's okay though, we're flexible, making it work. This morning, the port engine RPMs just started fluctuating out of nowhere, of course, because that's how boats are. So we think it might be a dirty fuel filter or fuel issues from the fuel we got in Antigua, which is doubtful because it's only doing it on the port engine. Most likely a filter is semi-clogged, but not too bad. So it's always something with a boat. So I'll just be sitting here and all of a sudden the engine will just go and then it comes back down. But talk about like annoying and slightly stressful. Braden told me it's not a big deal, but it sounds scary. So here we are. Everyone's still asleep except for Penn, who's, you can kind of see, watching a show on his iPad. Yeah, we're cruising with some buddies, and for the first time in a long time, we're not with our buddies on Solway Coast. So that's weird. Anyway, there's nothing else going on. That's that.
This world is not my home, I'm just a passing through. If heaven's not my home, then hell will have to do. The angels beckon me from this dark.
So right now we have waves coming from literally every direction. From the north, well, everyone except the west, north, south, and east. This wasn't called for. It's extremely annoying. We still have the engine's revving. It's just a tedious cruise, and I'm excited to get into a dock.
Feel at home in this world anymore. Run away, I might just run away.
Alright, we made it. Kind of a stressful docking. A little windy, but we're here. Off they go.
All right, it all starts and ends here. We're in Chub. We didn't film a darn thing in Chub, but it was great.
Ow.
You got it?
Yeah, it's ripping my hair out.
But we're leaving. So we just stopped here to wait for weather. We were gonna go to Atlantis.
You're very
Remember?
loud. The camera is literally right by you.
I had to talk loud. That's just what I do. And we're leaving. We're leaving already. It's been 2 days.
Oh my gosh, it's been a year since our boat's been in America.
It's been a year since the boat's been to America, and there's some America things that need to get done to it.
Yeah. So.
I just trust the labor in America. More confident. Everyone's got their
Now you're
labor
whispering.
difficulties. Are you're gonna have fun editing this?
It's gonna be so annoying.
All right, so I'm gonna go do the engine. We changed all the fuel filters on the engine, like everything on there, and hopefully that. I have no idea why air bubbles in the fuel filters or a dirty film filter would lead to a higher engine RPM. I just don't get this, and other people have tried to explain it, and it still doesn't really make sense to me why that would make the engine run more RPMs, which requires more fuel when it's harder to get the fuel through the line. I don't understand how that works, but I'll have to understand it. You get it?
Well, because it needs to run harder. It needs to run harder to get that same amount of fuel, so it's putting more pressure through it. That's how I understand it.
I still don't get it. I think I need a whiteboard illustration of this to figure it out. I don't understand the logic of that. That you think you'd want to work less. You couldn't get fuel, so you'd run down on the RPMs.
Anyway, for those you might want to explain.
Let's see if it works this time, right? Let's see if it doesn't run away. Brooke's like, what are we gonna do if it runs away? I'm like, well, it's not gonna run away, first of all, but we're gonna keep on going because we'll be able to fix it in Florida way better than me fixing it in Chub. So we'll see what happens.
Let's get out of here. I'm gonna eat some of this.
That doesn't look good.
What?
That does not look good.
It's literally old rice and old curry, but we gotta eat, and I usually drive, so I'm gonna eat so I can drive.
All right, I'm gonna go do an engine room check. Let's go down here.
Good God, I thought it through, and there ain't nothing that I got I ain't willing to lose.
Okay, so we got the gen started up. Gen. And can't see it, I guess. It's not focusing. Here we go. The gens in both mains are good. The kids have just been running around like crazy. They run around this place, and I don't want to see I don't want to check out because I'm worried what's going to be on the bill. Like, the kids got snow cones this morning and they said that they were free. Sounds like that, how much was it? TikTok thing that goes around. It was free. They gave it to me. Yeah. Well, they said it was free, and they've really been very liberal with. It's like play money when they tell them, oh, we're at this slip. So we'll see what it's at. I hope it's not bad. I hope that they actually are getting them stuff for free, because Penn has gotten a lot for free before just by schmoozing different bartenders and things like that. So we'll see what's really on there.
Okay, bye Chubkey. We did it. It's hard to film, huh? Because I'm doing lines. Ugh, are you supposed to be over here? Good. I'm gonna shut this. Leo's crying, so that's my cue to go grab the baby. Alright, and now I'm gonna go get the fenders. Alright, we're off. I'm out of breath, holy cow. But we're off. We're gonna go cross the Gulf Stream, go to Palm Beach, and we hope and pray for a good, smooth, easy crossing. So here we are, let's go.
I've had all I can take, too much to carry around. I'm tired, weak and lonely, and I'm ready to lay down. Run away, I might just run away. I might just leave it all behind and find another day. Tell my man I've done the best I can, and I know loving him means leaving him alone. And I know loving him means leaving him alone.
It's hot outside, it's beautiful, and the cruise is going good so far. So here we are. It's not bad. I'm online shopping for Leo because we have an upcoming trip to Norway, which is going to be exciting to share.
Just leave it all behind and find another day. Thought it through, good God, I thought it through, and there ain't nothing that I got I ain't willing to lose. Hey Leo, run away, I might just run away. Run away, I might just run away. Run away, I might just run away. Just run away, I might just run
The battery's about to die any second, but the sun is going down. We shift everything into night mode, the boat quiets down, we have dinner at sunset, get everything stowed, baths are taken care of in jammies, we watch a movie, we put the kids to bed, and then Brayden and I take turns on night shifts. Then we're gonna wake up tomorrow and it's Easter, and we'll be in America. Good night.
Okay, so I just changed this AIS data right here. That tells you where you're going. So, well, it tells other boats where you're going. And so, believe it or not, it was saying that I was going to Turks because that's the last time that I adjusted it. You should probably adjust it every time you make a trip. It would be wise to do that. You're supposed to do that. But I do want to say that as people kind of get comfortable and you're cruising every day, you stop changing it every day. So all these boats are leaving. See all these boats right here? They're all leaving, okay? And I just want to, when I click on them, we can just say here, even this is a big boat. Okay, so he's going to Fort Lauderdale, so it says that. This is a boat here all in. They don't have a destination at all set. This other, and then the other two boats behind me, I already know it says that they're going to the Bahamas. They're not going to the Bahamas. are in the Bahamas and they're headed out of the Bahamas, and this one says that they're going to the Bahamas. Another boat that I remember that they set it as someplace sunny. That's what they set their AIS as, someplace sunny is all that they did. And they cruised all through the East Coast and everything all the way up to like Maine. I guess it was always sunny wherever they were going. But it's nighttime, it's the end of the night, and it is a gorgeous night. We have, can you see them? I doubt it. I doubt you could see them. But there's another 2 boats out that way, and they're cruising right behind us, with us. And as you can see here with the flag, there's absolutely no wind out here. I think it's gonna be a great crossing. It is a crowded crossing because there's no good weather windows for the next while, in the next 10 days, I guess, crossing the Gulf Stream. I guess the weather could change farther out, but right now it doesn't look like there's gonna be anything decent for the next 10 days. So everyone is kind of rushing out of here. We've seen, as we're going over the shoals, everyone has to come really close together, and we've seen quite a few boats in this little area, which is cool. It is fun to see the boats, and you call them on the radio and do whatever. It gives you something to do. It's fun to have company out on the Gulf Stream.
As you may be noticing, our videos are a bit backdated. This is for, well, workflow, security, safety, and all the fun things. But if you want to follow us real time, head over to social media accounts like Facebook and Instagram, which is under Aboard Mermaid Monster, where I post daily stories of our life, I guess. And they're a little bit more intimate. I show you things that the kids are up to, funny things they say and do, and I just posted, well, my new haircut. Chop chop.
One of the things on our list of improvements to Mermaid Monster is new screens. So new multifunction displays, new screens up here. The screens on a boat are a little bit more money than like your TV or something like that at a house. They have a very, very high nit level, which is how they measure brightness, so that you can see them in extreme sunlight, which isn't so important in the pilot house, but it's very important when you're outside. They're weatherproof, which isn't so important in the pilot house, but it's a boat, so you want everything weatherproof. It's kind of important. And they can dim down really low, like I just did on there, where we dimmed them all the way down. So because of that, they're pricey. They can be really pricey. You can get a screen for around $2,500 to around $10,000 if you want a larger screen. They're expensive. Same with like outdoor TVs. Have you ever looked at those? They're really expensive too. Like the ones that are made for outdoor, maybe they use it like restaurants and things. But that's on the list. It's just not something that these ones work right now, and there's other things that I'd want to spend that money on for the time being. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so tell us what we did. We didn't aim for the inlet. How did we do this?
It worked, huh?
It did work, yeah. Odd.
So Bernie Francis, a training captain and a friend of ours, said to drop a point 20 miles south of the Palm Beach Inlet, and you'll end up 2 to 3 miles south of the inlet, and then you can steer in. Don't go on navigation mode, go on autopilot mode, and that current will just drift you right where you need to be. And it did work. It did work, because I was looking at your track and it's like perfect.
But I had to explain it to the other guys and they didn't believe that it would work.
It worked. Well, Malcolm copied you, it looks like, or no?
Yeah, they did, because they trusted Bernie, but no one could really understand.
Of course it makes sense to me perfectly.
Okay, all right.
No, it's like an elevator. You're catching an elevator and it's just pulling you up. I don't know why that doesn't make sense.
Maybe the Willy Wonka elevator or the Luxor elevator, but most elevators don't work like that.
It
Gosh.
makes sense to me. It really does. And nothing makes sense in the boat to me.
Gosh.
I feel like this one made sense. Wow, it is busy. I guess it's sport fisher mode.
We had some stuff going on the boat, and I was going down to the engine room and fixing it. Brooke's like, could you just explain it to me? And I'm like, yeah, but if I explain it to you, then I can't fix the problem, and then it's gonna get worse because it's time sensitive to go down to the engine room and to fix it. And if I explain, well, she's like, well, couldn't you have just told me before
Okay,
your
hold on.
plan of attack? I'm like, actually, no, I couldn't.
Hold on.
Okay, so I think there's a boat
There's a lot of boats coming out.
stuck on the, is that boat stuck on the rocks?
No,
That's
a
not the
boat
one.
coming out. Dude, is there space for both of us to pass?
There's
Or
a
should I
lot,
wait?
no, there's a ton of room in this inlet.
I know, but you see that giant yacht? It's a giant yacht.
It doesn't matter.
And I think there's
of
a
room.
cruise ship coming out too.
No,
See
there's
that
a,
cruise ship? It has its like stacks going.
yeah, there's a lot of room. Like, an incredible amount.
What did you say?
Are you feeling a bit of a sense of accomplishment?
Totally, but once I tie up to the dock, then I'll really be able to just like, relief sigh. This inlet is bustling.
I'm about to go get a puffy jacket. I think it's cold.
It's 71 degrees. I do have a sweatshirt on though.
I've not seen 71 in
I know.
months.
I opened the doors and it just felt so nice. It was like brisk to us. It's like brisk air. Yes, you
Yeah.
have seen 71 in California. You haven't seen it on the boat.
Oh, it's been a while, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
I like this temperature. This is a good temperature.
Are these guys tied up to the, no, they're not tied up to the,
They're about to hit the buoy. That was a beautiful crossing, don't you think? It's beautiful.
you were asleep.
I wasn't asleep. I hate to say it. I slept from 11 to 2. I woke up at 2 and then I didn't really sleep. And then I went to sleep at like 6 for like 45 minutes. That's when I must have, right when you texted me, because I didn't see your message. I would have just come up.
Okay.
I feel bad about that actually. I know that feeling. It's miserable.
I'm alright, better find it. Matthew on the one.
Oh, come on. You have to pass? Just wait.
Oh, that was him just talking to you. It just said passing you on the one, that's your port side.
No, this guy called him. This guy in the periwinkle boat.
Oh.
It's polite passing you. Passing you on the one missile. So as we're coming back into the United States of America, we realized we were at the end of a season or a cruising chapter in our lives, with over 3,000 nautical miles, probably more, and many, many countries later, and also 1 child added to our family. It was a big year for us, so we'll see what this next year brings, which is right now, but it's gonna be an adventure.
Oh, what is it? I'm gonna bring it. I found another putty egg. Oh, wait, this is I see Play-Doh egg. Oh, wow, this is cute. A lot of putty egg and a Play-Doh egg.
All right, when we talk about like large center console, fishing yacht culture, it's just like a battle to see who can get the most mad on the radio. That's the whole thing. We're going a little bit, little fast boat. Like, it's like they are upset that there's too much wake, and then some people are upset that the other fishing boat isn't going fast enough, because for some reason some fishing boats tend to think that they can only go 20 knots and idle, which I know they don't dock at that, so that can't be. But they're always mad. It's like one time they're mad if you go too slow, another time they're mad if you go too fast. Not me, other fishing boats even. They're mad at each other. It's a battle for who can be the most outraged at someone else's lack of fishing ability. It's really weird. It's not chill at all. It's very like, I'm mad. It doesn't sound very fun. And guess who it is when you catch a fish?
As always, we're so grateful for you watching. If you like what you've seen, please give us a like and comment below, and consider subscribing so you don't miss out on new videos posted each Sunday. You can also click the notification bell so you know exactly when we post. We will see you all next week for more adventures aboard Mermaid Monster.